All right, coach is here, so we'll get started. Let's open up Parker Gabriel.
Scott, how are you?
Good, you?
Good. After the game on Saturday, you talked on the radio about a situation with a false positive, and I'm not asking this to be critical of the people that do the testing or anything like that, but how much has that impacted your team this year, and what is it like on a weekly basis working through, the potential to have false positives and dealing with all of that?
It's just something we have to deal with, Parker, and everybody has to. Our team has, I got to compliment them. It's just such a great group of guys and fun group of guys to be around, and they've done a great job staying disciplined. I don't know the exact number. We've had over 20 through the course of this season positive antigen tests, and I think all but one or two were false positives. But we take extreme cautions when we get one of those and make sure it's not spreading around the team. And every school, I think, has different access to the ability to PCR people and get the results back. And we get it done really quickly here because of our cooperation with UNMC, and wasn't quite as fast for us on Saturday, so that kind of put Marvin in a bad spot. But it's been happening all year.
Sam McEwen.
Sorry. Hey, Scott. Why do you think you guys, I mean, you kind of just mentioned it, the partnership with UNMC, but you guys have been way ahead of the curve in terms of not having guys, go down with this. I mean, there's been teams that have had 45 guys during the season, all that. What do you attribute all of your success to in this regard? I'm sure it's multifaceted.
I think it is. It's probably a little bit of luck. Again, I compliment the guys on being smart and not putting themselves at risk and trying to do what's right for the team. We got started with summer stuff a little quicker, that, Sam, and I think maybe ours got spread out a little bit more. We'd have a couple here and a couple there, and maybe that kept us from having the big outbreak. But we still have a lot of guys that, to our knowledge, have never had it, and I think mostly it's just our guys doing a good job of staying out of situations where it could be dangerous.
And I got on about 30 seconds late, so I apologize if you were asked for this. What's your take on the Big Ten putting Ohio State in that title game with the 6-game exception?
Yeah, that's a decision that doesn't have anything to do with me. It's other than it's probably what's best for the conference to give ourselves the best chance to get somebody in a playoff, and it's such an unusual year. It'd be hard to penalize Ohio State. I guess all I would say is if I was in that situation, if I was Ryan Day, I'd want an opportunity, and other than that, it doesn't have much to do with us.
Gotcha.
Brian Christopherson.
Hey, Scott, what have you thought about your team's focus this week coming off a win? Has it been better than the last time this happened?
Yeah, way better. Absolutely way better. Last about 3 weeks, I've really seen some growth on our team. Their mindset, their preparation, their execution. I'm really encouraged by what I'm seeing right now and the attitude our guys have.
I know you're locked in on this game. Have you heard anything as far as playing on campuses next week, or could there be a game in Lincoln next week too?
Yeah, we'll see. We got a big game Saturday. I don't think anything's been finalized, and you're not the only one that doesn't exactly know what's going on yet.
Andy Kendi, KETV.
Hey, Scott, obviously Minnesota doesn't have the receivers that they did last year, but what does their quarterback do that makes him effective?
He throws it really well, makes good decisions. They let him throw a lot of RPOs off their run game, and their run game is hard to stop. They're really efficient with what they do. They don't do a lot, but running back is, I think, as good as there is in the league and maybe in the country. Offensive line does a great job blocking the schemes they ask them to. They're going to slow the game down and make it a lower possession game and try to manage the clock. And then when the quarterback does throw it, he's really good at that. So our defense has a big challenge, and first step is trying to control the run game.
And Scott, you guys kind of switching gears, you guys had a whole bunch of guys honored for academic All Big Ten. How important is it to have smart guys on a football team? I mean, it's pretty impressive, the list that you guys have compiled this year, especially during the pandemic. Yeah,
we're proud of the GPA our kids have, of the work they're putting in the classroom. Dennis LeBlanc and his team do an unbelievable job with our guys. It's as good academic support as anybody in the country has, and it's been that way since I was in school. So we can't thank him enough. But we got smarter kids, I think, than maybe we've had before, and we've got kids that are willing to put in the work and do what they're supposed to do. And when those things show up off the field, it helps you on the field as well.
Thank you.
Back to Parker Gabriel.
Scott, Sevion Morrison's dealt with it seems like a couple different things maybe this year. Is he available this week? And is he a guy, given how young you are at running back, that you'd like to see in there at some point before the season's over?
Yeah, Savion's available. He's had a couple hurdles to get over here, but he's practiced well. We'll see if we get a chance to get him in or not. He's certainly capable of doing it, just hasn't had much experience. So if we find the right time to play him, then we'll think about that. Certainly a talented kid and with a bright future.
All right, anything else for Coach? Great, thank you. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.